Okay, I think that it's working on Restream. I'm not sure. Giving myself um little grace here. Good morning. Hello. Okay, this is October 23rd. I've been doing this a couple weeks now, trying to go live every weekday for the month of October. And feeling a little run down today. Definitely, this is a lot. It's a lot to try to go live um, every weekday. Um, I'm not sure why. I think because it takes a little extra energy to think about what to say every day. Um, it's my own initiative, right? It's not a requirement. No one's making me do this. It's not sort of like a challenge or some sort of competition that I'm trying to win per se. I am in several challenges to try to push myself to do things. I don't know about anyone else who has their own business, but I have found that the more I join other groups and communities where I feel a sense of accountability, it makes me do more. Kind of human nature. And having worked in corporate for so long, it just is part of what you do. You know, you have to go to work, you have to show up for meetings, you have to do the things that you're accountable for to get the paycheck. Um, Whereas in your own business, you're only accountable to yourself. And if you sell a client, then to the client work, obviously. But I will equate this to the shift that I made from being a buyer to a salesperson. I do get asked a lot because I've worked across both buying and sales, like, what's the difference? I have, I spent like probably a decade as a buyer and about a decade in sales. So it's about even the amount of years I've done sales versus the amount of years I've been a buyer. And I will say that there's so many similarities. There's so many similarities between the negotiating of it, the strategy of it. I think a lot of people who are buyers think that sellers don't do strategy, and that's kind of a misconception. I think there's some sellers who aren't very good at strategy, to be fair, but for the most part, a really good seller is a strategic seller. They know how to put together a product that their clients want to buy, need to buy, and is going to help their business. Whereas, I've definitely seen those bad sales pitches where they just go in and they just read off the slides that they were given by their marketing team. And that's not going to connect with anyone, right? That's not going to sell anything. If you're just regurgitating marketing slides that your marketing team gave you as a salesperson, it's never going to connect, right? It's like being authentic online is going to connect with more people. Same thing in sales. If you want to be a good salesperson, then you need to be able to connect and sell people what they want. In sales, we talked a lot about consultative selling, consultative selling, that you want to give your clients like essentially what you know that they need strategically, and that's going to close more deals than just rolling in with some blanket marketing deck. um, that's just not going to work. So again, I've been a buyer and I've been in sales, and what I really want to tell a story of is one of the bosses that I had for a while. So he was a CRO, chief revenue officer, and he and I were going on sales meetings together, and he was telling me about how he f- doesn't usually hire people like me who have been buyers and then became sellers. And I was asking him why. Like, what's the reason why you think that you don't want to hire somebody who's been a buyer? Because in my mind, we know what buyers are looking for. We know how to sell to buyers because we've been a buyer, and we are able to better put ourselves in their shoes. And his answer was that it's a harder mindset shift to go from being a buyer where you show up at work every day and your inbox is full and your status is, given to you. You know what you're supposed to do for your job for your clients every day. Whereas as a salesperson, inbox 0, like inbox empty. There's nothing coming in as a salesperson. You have to you have to push emails out. Your to-do list is what you make on your to-do list. You have to make your own to-do list. You have to make your own challenges. You have to make your own competitions as a salesperson. There's there's none of that when you're a buyer and you're a strategic corporate employee. You have jobs you have to do, but it's sort of like keep up, keep up, keep up, right? In sales, there's nothing. You got to make yourself. You have to It's a mindset shift to go from all of the stuff coming at you that you have to accomplish to I need to go out. I need to be out. I need to be pushing messages out. I need to be in front of people, right? Top of mind. I need to be strategically selling to people. And so um when he said that, I was like, "Oh my god, I really understand that." Like I did not kind of put that together until this boss of mine. He was, like I said, he was the CRO of the company, and it really resonated with me. Like I really believed that to be true for myself, because when I moved from being a buyer, where I was getting 500 to 700 emails a day coming in. So whether that's a client request, sales emails, you know, internal emails, things coming in, things I had to prioritize, things I had to know about. Like that's a lot of information coming in per day. And this is, mind you, even when I was an associate media director or a media supervisor, like I had hundreds of emails a day to get through and to try to figure out how to prioritize what to get done on top of managing a team, client deliverables, project tasks, project management. And my job wasn't even project management. My job was being a strategic buyer and planner. And so going from that corporate world of feeling like I had so much to do and I didn't know how I was going to get it done in a day, just to sales, like it was such a different feeling, because I literally went from like having so much to do to what do I do? What do I do next? How do I do this? How do I accomplish this? And so I implemented a tactic from my corporate buying days into sales, which is actually super simple. It's just a status sheet. And I like blew other salespeople away that I worked with. They were like, "Rhiannon, what is this Excel document you have on on your computer every day? Like, what are you doing?" And I was like, "If I don't keep on top of this for myself, if I don't challenge myself with some sort of competition, with some sort of motivating thing for myself, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to sit here and be like, what do I need to do? I need to like email clients. I need to pick up the phone, smile and dial." Like nobody wants to do that. But if you challenge yourself and you give yourself some goal, some mission, some whatever it is, those types of things will internally motivate you. And that's how I successfully achieved like my positions in sales. That's how I was able to close so much business. I made the year that I was implemented this, like, I mean, granted, it took a couple years to grow into it, but by my third year at Point Roll, I was I won the President's Award for one of the top. I was number 2 of the most over quota for the entire company. Yeah, like won a trip. I won like the award or whatever for being most over quota. And that's a great award, but I didn't really do it for the award. I did it for the commission check. And I earned that commission check, that's for sure. But I did it through this strategic way of building my own internal competition to give myself something to do every single day and a way to achieve a goal and to set myself up for that success. And so I did that through, again, like this sort of internal competition. And that's how I was able to achieve that goal. I was able to, by my 3rd year, save enough money to buy my first condo in LA. Like, it was a nice commission check, and I earned it, and that was through a lot of hard work, but again, that was self-propelled, self-motivation. Nobody gives you as much to do, a to-do list of how to attack sales when you're a salesperson. That's the difference between sales versus, you know, corporate buying, things like that. So much coming at you in the corporate side, in your job, and the tasks, shit you gotta get done. But in sales, it's not coming in. You have to go out. You have to push yourself out. You have to push yourself in front of people. You have to push yourself to be top of mind. So, all that to say that's why I come on these lives now every weekday this month. I did not feel like doing this today, y'all. This was not even, oh, I was dreading it. But I made a commitment to myself. I challenged myself to do it for 1 month. Um, Probably gonna do it next month too, because that's just it's great to like give yourself a challenge in order to get to the sales, in order to get to the thing that you want, you have to push yourself outward. And that is true whether you're in a corporate job of sales, if you have your own business with sales, everyone is trying to usually sell something. I was just reading a LinkedIn, Instagram post today about trying to get a job. This job market is terrible, right? Like trying to get a job right now. If you want to stay in corporate and you want to get a job right now, it is hard. It is really, really hard right now with AI and bots and trying to get stuff, through these systems. Like that's not going to work. Like you need to be in sales for yourself, okay? Personal branding is real. In 2025, if you don't have a personal brand, get one because this is going to be the future with AI and everything taking over. Human interaction, human networking is going to be the future. So, um, yeah, I would say that me being here doing lives, and I'm trying something new today. I'm trying LinkedIn lives. I tried one yesterday and the audio didn't work. I was like, this is my own personal hell. uh, Trying something new, trying it, and then it failing is like, it's so hard. It's so hard, right? So anyway, I wrote on my LinkedIn post of my live video that was without audio, and I wrote like something like, "What are you doing today that failed?" Because that's honestly, as business owners, as personal brands, as intrapreneurs, as humans in today, we all are trying new things. We're all pushing ourselves to something new, to something next. And it's not all going to win. It's not all going to be perfect. And where we start now is not, comparing yourself to somebody else is not equal because they've been doing it longer. So I'm new to this whole going live game. I'm newer to being a personal brand online. I've had a personal brand as a network, as a agency person for decades. I have considered myself as someone who has fostered relationships and built a network through my relationships, but I have never thought of myself as a personal brand and what that entails until this year. And it's hard. It's really hard to do. So I empathize as I tell other people to do it. I was like, you know what? If I'm going to talk the talk, I have to walk the walk. So if I am going to be out there helping people move from build profitable businesses, doing what they love, I need to be doing that. How do I build a profitable business doing what I love? Well, I need a personal brand. That's like step one. I need to be in front of people. I need people to know what I do. I need to not be the best kept secret. okay? Because that is like so 20 years ago, okay? The idea of being the best kept secret, that's lying to yourself if you are telling yourself that. So, that is not going to be a thing we're gonna tell ourselves. We're not gonna be the best kept secret. People are gonna know about us. We're gonna know what they do, know what we do. And so I help people make money doing what they love. That's my brand snap. That's what I do. And if I'm gonna be doing that for people, I need to be doing it for myself. And that starts with finding your voice, finding your offers, packaging and positioning, and then being visible. So if I'm gonna sell that to people, I need to be doing it myself. And it is very hard to go live every day of the week when I really don't feel well and I don't want to do it. So I put a hat on today so that I could feel have my hoodie on and my hat, and I'm doing it anyway, even though I am not feeling 1,000%, 100%, 90%. I'm probably feeling it like 50% today. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm proud of myself for going live today. I'm proud of myself for being visible, and, I would love anyone to comment or message or heart this video just to kinda keep giving me that, like, dopamine hit that I'm doing the right thing or I'm on the right track. And if not, honestly, it's just personal gratification for myself that I know that I can do this. And I try to leave every live that I do with a tip or a challenge. Usually on Fridays, I give you a challenge, but it's Thursday. So the tip I will give you for sales to give yourself a challenge. Okay. If you want to sell something, you want to go get a job, you want to whatever that thing is that you want to achieve. I mean, first you need a vision. First you need what is it you're trying to achieve, right? That's or else what direction are you going in? But my challenge is not that. Or not my challenge. My task today is to think of 3 things that you could do today that will get you to that thing that you want. What are 3 things? So that doesn't have to be a big thing, like, it doesn't have to be go close a client. That's hard. But what are 3 things you could do to get yourself to that client? An example could be text somebody, text an ask video. That one's hard. If you look on my Instagram channel or any of my channels, I have an ask video on there. It's a 30-second video of yourself doing an ask and text it to somebody. That's hard. That is hard, but that would be a big you could even make the video, step 1. Step 2, text it to one person. And then if you really wanna challenge yourself, text it to your entire contact list. I did that. I spent 4 hours, and I sent it to over 300 people on my contact list. Uh, so I highly recommend doing that. It's a great way to expose, rip off the Band-Aid. Um, I learned out of that my ask was wrong, and that's okay because you know what? I learned something out of it. My network couldn't help me with that specific ask. Hey, at least I learned out of it, and it got a lot of people being like, "Damn, Rhiannon, that took balls." And so that was a nice feedback out of it. People are supportive, and if they're in your contact list, they should be supportive, and if they're not supportive, you can delete them out of your contact list because those are the people in your phone that should be the most supportive of you doing that. So, 3 things, it doesn't have to be those things, but 3 things that you could do today or even this week that will get you to that thing that you want. So the motivation is to try to do that every day. If you can set 3 things that I did today to get me to my long-term vision, that will help you get there faster. So you can challenge yourself with little goals, little challenges, little competitions with yourself because that's what sales is. This is essentially the entire theme of this video. that sales is lonely. There's no one telling you what to do. There's no inbox all coming in with all the things that you need to do to get to sales. Sales is out. Sales is you have to push out. So that is the energy out to sales. It's hard. So the best way to do that I have found proven method is challenges, competitions with yourself. So message me what is one thing you're going to do today even? Like start with one. But if you can get to 3 a day, you're gonna reach those goals faster. Cool? All right. Well, thank you all for coming into my live or messaging on my posts. Hopefully, my audio works on LinkedIn today. And I will be back again tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, tomorrow, Friday. And yeah, I will have a challenge. I do have a challenge on Fridays for that as well. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Bye.